Okay, this reading is for Taurus. We're going to start, it's kind of a general check-in reading, but we're going to start with the past here and what obstacles you faced in the past and what lessons you learned, okay? Then we're going to do the current situation and then what's coming. So this is all like very current energy. So the past is just to get a look at what lessons you might have learned in the past, which are important for what's coming. And then this is what's coming, how this affects you, and what is the outcome of that. So I'd say that this whole thing covers probably up until like October, maybe, or through the end of this year. So the energy that I'm picking up here in the past. So this would indicate some kind of like either a soulmate connection or this past stuff. This is about love. Either a soulmate connection or something you felt was a soulmate connection, or something that you want. If it wasn't if an actual person doesn't come to mind with this energy, and then it would just be something that you want that type of relationship, and that's, I think, very that's a Taurus imprint. So Tauruses are they have an imprint of like wanting the security of a love relationship and family. It's something that they want in this lifetime. So it's something that's really felt very important to you. But the reason I say this is a specific person is because of the rest of the cards. So anyway, this was a love relationship. Somebody that you might have thought would be the potential for a marriage partner, or it was a marriage partner. But however, this relationship had a lot of anxiety that was brought to the surface because of maybe certain things that happened. So specifically, first of all, there was a power struggle. There's a power struggle in the relationship. Somebody was controlling or dominating, maybe. And then you tried to be in this energy here. Okay, so you were going with the flow. You were pretty zen about it. Just, trying to feel the love. However, that wasn't super working because you do have the heartbreak card here. So this can indicate either a broken heart or a cheating situation. So specifically, and this could be something in the very recent past, or we could be talking about an energy like from a long time ago. But the energy that is being picked up here is somebody that you felt really strongly was somebody like you wanted to marry or you were married to. And there was some kind of a lot of anxiety in the relationship, and either what's called a third party situation, a cheating situation, or maybe a lot of insecurity and lack of trust in the relationship. And there was definitely some kind of power struggle where somebody was more dominating than the other person. There was a need to flee this relationship, or somebody ran away from the relationship, but the relationship ended. We are talking about something that has ended, or at least needed to. Maybe it's still going. Might want to check in on that. Okay, so this is a heartbreak. This is a heartbreak situation. So what were the lessons that you learned? So you were learning lessons through this situation about your self-worth. So everybody has wounds that they get through their childhood. It's just, part of human, our specific cosmic fuckery. But some people get abandonment wounds, but most people have rejection wounds of some kind. So then we're presented with all these situations in life where like those wounds are kind of like re-hurt. And this is one of those situations where, it was activating a rejection wound from your childhood. And it's basically cosmic fuckery's way of saying you need to look at this. So, through these wounds, we all develop what I call core wound scripts. So the core wound script that develops from a childhood rejection wound would be something like, I'm not good enough. It's like, I'm not good enough, or something's wrong with me, or I'm defective, or nobody wants me. It's like that kind of subconscious self-talk. And when you have that running in your subconscious, anyway, basically, obviously, it affects your self-worth. And our lessons that we can learn from this is you have to transmute that energy to not just say to yourself that you are worthy. You do bring something to the table. You are worthy of love, because all of our core wound scripts in the end kind of it's our subconscious telling us that, like, I'll always be alone. Nobody will love me, like that kind of shit. But there's an awakening that happened through this relationship. So you had an awakening through this relationship that was actually quite beautiful. So it was a way of getting in touch with your self-worth, where, like, it's almost like defending yourself. Like, you know what? I am worthy. I do bring something really beautiful and significant to the table. You got into an energy after this relationship of, like, being happily single, if that makes sense. So it's like, happily, I'm fine on my own. I can do all this on my own type of energy, which is good. That's actually the first step. But that is the first step, like, to, into stepping into your realizing that you're worthy. The first step in realizing that you're worthy is realizing that, you're with somebody that may have been treating you poorly, and you don't need to put up with that energy. This broken heart card here, or possibly, and the reason I say that it could have been cheating is because you've got 2 cards of cheating here. So this can indicate somebody cheating, and so can this. So this upside down often indicates that there was a third party situation. And so in coming to your own worth, you're realizing that you don't need to compare yourself with other people type of energy, that, you are worthy of love. And so this is an energy like, you know what, I'm going to stay single for a bit until I find who's worthy of me. But this was an awakening that happened with you. So this is all past energy, by the way. So this is not current. But this is a lesson that you learned. And it's important because it's important in what's about to come into your energy. So it's important that you learned that lesson, that you are worthy, you are good enough. Just keep that in mind, because we're going to talk about it coming up. All right, so let's go into current situation. So in current situation, this is not about love. This is about a project. So this is absolutely magical. So first of all, you have in your specific chart, you are in the family of seekers. The life path, I'm talking about your life path, your purpose. So your life path mission, you're in the family of seekers. And which, welcome to our tribe. Both me and my boyfriend are also in the family of seekers. So, we're our tribe family is more spiritually inclined. We are more seeking of truth and enlightenment. So, you're in that family of seekers. But on top of that, you're a life path 7, which is the life path of the spiritual seeker. So it's like you are in the family of seekers, but like way more intensely. So, life path 7, those are the ones that want to reach spiritual enlightenment or awakening in this lifetime, on top of being in the family of seekers. So, you want to create something for the world that goes along with your mission, and this is absolutely these cards. So you've got some kind of project that involves love. It's a heart-centered project, which is an awesome place to be in. It is a spiritually centered project, which is also an awesome place to be in. So it's love, it's spiritual, it's compassionate, it's heart-centered. But then on top of that, you have this yin and yang here. So this is yin and yang of magical energies for a project. So you've got the emperor and his consort. So in the emperor energy, you've got the practical, the material, the money aspect, and in his consort, you have the nurturing, the love, the emotional balance. So that gives that. So if you had a question about the current project that you're on, this is a big, fat, cosmic shit hell yes. This is a cosmic hell yes on that. So you have beautifully, perfectly balanced energies, both with the physical, material success and with the emotional, spiritual energy that gives you a go. On top of that, this whole project, so right now, your Saturn just entered into your 5th house. So it would have been March of 23, and it's going to go for 2 years. So for the next 2 years, you have a very unique opportunity of Saturn being in your 5th house, in that the Saturn kind of works as a discipline. So it's kind of disciplining you in your self-image. So it's like what you want to do for fun and how you express your joys and your energy is being sharpened, if that makes sense. So your image is being sharpened a bit, and since it's aligning you more to your life purpose, and since your life purpose is a spiritual seeker in the seeker family, this is very much in the flow. This project is in spiritual compatibility with your life path, and it's basically an expression of yourself, is what it actually is. So in the next 2 years, you can tap into that energy of an expression of yourself, and that will flow right. So if you want to know if something is right intuitively, just kind of sink into yourself, and it's an expression of that soul energy. But yeah, okay. So this is a hell yes. So let's talk about what's coming, okay? Because this is important, because you have a warning. All right. So in the near future, and this is going to be within the next 3 months, you do have a warning. All right. So the Devil card, whenever somebody gets the Devil card, there's a couple meanings of the Devil card. It usually indicates some kind of addiction. So if you are struggling with any kind of addiction, it would be that. But it can also indicate a codependency energy. And the reason why I say that is because you do have this energy in the past where you learned this lesson. So you deeply want this. Your soul's imprint in life. This is finding your spiritual soulmate. Your soul's imprint in life really deeply wants this. But this is the higher vibration of this. This is the lower vibration of this. Okay. So you deeply want this, so this might be an attachment to wanting that, for example, because this can also indicate codependency. So some of the lessons that you learned here about your self-worth, very important lessons. There was an awakening that happened. There was I can do fantastic on my own kind of energy, which is awesome. But there's still, make sure that some of the core wound scripts have been completely transmuted. And the reason why I say, okay, so I am actually working on a packet to transmute core wound scripts. And if I remind me, and I will send that to you in PDF, something that you can work on, like a worksheet maybe, because all of this indicates a need to go. You need to go inside. So the Hermit, it doesn't mean like you're isolated. It means that you need to self-reflect. The yin yang here, it's interesting. You have the yin yang here, and you have a yin yang here. This is yin yang energy that's being. So your project is being birthed in a yin-yang energy, which is a spiritual meets material energy. Very cool. This is very cool energy. Okay, this is a warning. Anyway, let me get back to your warning. So this actually is yin energy, because it's upright. If it was upside down, it would be yang energy. This is going inside and reflecting, and this is an urgency. So if you are dealing with any kind of addiction, this is an urgency to reflect on the core root of that. If there is somebody, I'm going to say that because you do have somebody coming. So a lot of this actually has to do, you asked me about a project, but yeah, your project's here, but a lot of this actually has to do with energies of love. So you have somebody coming into your life. If it is a past person, so we do have Venus in retrograde, and that will be happening up until all the way through September. When Venus is in retrograde, a lot of times that sends us energies of past loves. If the past love that is coming into your life is this person, I would definitely say that we have X's for a reason, and there was lessons that you learned from that. Make sure if you want to revisit that you're only revisiting that to completely transmute the energy and move on. And that's if it's this person, okay. But somebody is coming, and it's going to trigger something for you. So if it triggers an addiction, or gets you into patterns, addictive patterns, you need to go into yourself and you need to really do some soul searching on that, because this right here, which is this awesome energy, is not compatible with an addiction. If it's triggering feelings of attachment to a you have an attachment to the idea of a spiritual partner. If it's and this may trigger that. Just there's a need to do some reflecting, okay? The effect that it has on you. This is why I say it could be a new person. This is the card of a new love. So you could have a love interest that is going to be coming into your life in the next 3 months. There's a need to look at it very objectively, without attachment to the soulmate idea. This can mean some pain, and so can this. And so that's why I say it's kind of it's a warning. So there is a need, if you are feeling this and it's difficult, you might need to transmute some of these energies still, but this is a definite clear direction to focus on this. Okay, so this is spiritually powerful. It's aligned in your life purpose, and it has the cosmic yes. Shit, fuck yes. It has a big yes. So if you've got these energies here, if this new love brings energies that bring you back to anything like this, then you have to change your focus. Okay, this is the Magician card. So it is this is the card of manifestation and making things happen. And I would focus back on back here, okay, because this is, like I said, this is a yes, okay. So in your outcome, you do have this is a strong anxiety, and a need to move away from this anxiety. So you've got that anxiety up here when it comes to love. This could be speaking to a love situation that's causing some anxiety. It could also be anxiety. If it is anxiety for this project, then it's just a matter of waiting. Either way, what this is telling you to do is to wait. You will have recognition and reward. Okay, so in your outcome, you do have success. And this could be like long-term, more so than October, because you've got the Hangman here. So that automatically kind of pushes the timeline back a bit. But this is basically the same as this. So the success that you get here is from the realization of your essence or being needs to be put into the project, and it needs to manifest through you. It's your life purpose. So the more that you can connect into that, and it's going to take some time. Okay, so it's going to take some time, but you are going to have recognition and reward. So you just kind of picture this. You see that right there in the solar plexus, how he's glowing right there. It's that energy. Getting into this energy here to propel yourself and your project forward is where you need to go if you've got anxiety about it, or if this love situation is pushing you towards the devil energy. If anything is pushing you towards the devil energy, that's why I say you've got a little bit of a warning here. Look at it objectively. Realize that you may have an attachment to a soulmate, spiritual soulmate type of an ideal. And you don't, what is it when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Be careful of that energy and trying to fit somebody into the soulmate energy when they may not actually be there. You do have a new love interest coming, or it could be an ex that's revisiting you if it's during the Venus in retrograde time. If it is an ex situation, stay objective and absolutely don't take any action or do anything until Venus comes out of retrograde, which would be like October. If it's a new love, just analyze it very objectively. If it's causing you a lot of anxiety, take note of that. See if you're going back into old patterns of, I'm not worthy, or I'm not good enough type of energy. Make sure that all of that energy has completely transmuted before you enter into this new relationship. Remind me to get you that packet if you want it. In the meantime, you have a really good focus here and a very positive thing to throw your life energy into. It is the manifestation of your essence. So get into this power, into the magician manifesting energy, and then it's just a matter of time. I mean, obviously things take time to grow, and wait for it. You've got the material and the both emotional and physical yin yang of this project, which is so amazing. So it's just a matter of waiting, and the success is going to be a yes. It will be successful. Okay, well, that is your reading. If you want me to clarify anything, I can. Just ask me, and we could even pull specific cards on specific situations. There's lots of different interpretations for cards as well, so some of these could have a little bit of a different meaning. So if something doesn't resonate, ask me and we can clarify it. Hope you liked your reading.